Hello, good afternoon, fellow Arconocon friends. Welcome to our our last event for the weekend. Oh, I know, it's the weekend has flown past, and I'm sure you have learnt lots from our panels, from our workshops. I'm sure you have been enjoying lots of the gaming. It's been great seeing all the games going live throughout the game sessions. Maybe you caught our live play last night and you are in for a treat because we are going to finish with a bang, hopefully metaphorically and not literally, but shenanigans are afoot because we are about to enter the world of Herbert Peppard's Goblins of Zarth with the 2020th Zaranthurul Fun Run. For anyone that got to experience it a little bit earlier in the year, it is shenanigans afoot. We are going to see lots of harebrained schemes hopefully come to light. If you do enjoy what you see today, or if you've experienced Goblins of Zarth before, A, first of all, lucky you. But B, don't forget you can purchase Goblins of Zarth from the quest suppliers. It's a great, fun game to introduce people to D&D. We are going to be using D&D 5e mechanics through the game as well. But it is just a really raucous, fun time that we're about to enjoy. After the game finishes, we'll have a quick wrap up just after the game. But look, we're sure everyone's had a fabulous weekend so far, and I don't really want to take up any more of the time. I don't want to stand in the way of shenanigans. So I'm going to pass over to the mastermind of this excellent adventure, to Herbert and his illustrious adventurers that are coming to us, I should mention, live from Sydney, Australia. It's very exotic. The joys of being online. We can stream from anywhere. So we've actually, importing some live streamers for you today for this live play. So relax, enjoy, and let shenanigans go afoot. Herbert, I'll pass over to you.
This is Goblins of Zarth. If you have not played it, if you're not familiar with it, Goblins of Zarth is based in a new fantasy world, an entirely new setting, a great goblin civilization, Zaranthurul, run by a hefty bureaucracy of goblins and their wicked minds that trickles down to a broad, sprawling, labyrinthine suburbs of ancient societies and groups of goblins who work together to try and make their way in the world, and then surrounded by a vast expanse of slums. Now, over the years, all of the suburbs have decided to make themselves more maze-like to try and stop invaders from coming in. But eventually they decided that wasn't enough. And so the government put out money and funded the development of murder mazes inside of the own suburbs. And so each suburb worked hard to make each individual street into a tidy and dangerous, fully operational murder maze. But they didn't get to use it all the time. And a lot of competition started going on between suburbs, saying, who's better than the other? Who's the best? Who likes this? Who likes that? My map's better than yours. My maze is better than yours. And so, eventually, the Zaranthurul Fun Run Society was established. And each district put forward a team of runners. And each team of runners was challenged to run through all of the mazes in the city and eventually get to the center. And the team that got to the center first was the winner of the event. And so, on this fine day, we have a group of excellent players who I'm very happy to be here with, who are representing the team from Dank Maya, a moss and insect-infested suburb that has a lot of pride in its runners. They believe that their fun runners are strong, and they haven't won yet, not for the last 10 years, but, 15 years ago, they cleared it. They won the prize, and they got through, but it's been a long time since that's happened. And these here are descendants and ring-ins, new trainees, a new team of fun runners who have gotten all the way through to the last stretch of the maze, the Bracken Hole Run, a set of 5 suburbs known for some of the most devious trap-making of goblin kind. And here they are, boys and girls. We have Ruane,
Cross,
an inherent of the god of shiny things, Lord Ting. And then we have, coming back once again, one of our favorite members is Paul, who's going to be playing Shanks, the goblin pugilist, today on this Fun Runners team.
Punchy and runny.
And then, returning after absence of time, we last saw them on our amazing Cthulhu series called Otherworld Agents, but they're coming back this time to take the role of Grimace, a goblin rogue. Ingrid. Please welcome
It's
them.
me, knifey stabby.
And then, last but not least, one of our all-time favorites and star of the Magical Forest Adventure series. Please welcome back to the channel, and obviously the Twitch stream for Arcanicon, Tequila Marie.
Hi, I'm Zorg. Some people call me an urchin. I just say I'm resourceful.
The Goblin Sorcerer. And so, as the crowd riles up and everyone gets ready for a situation, the commentators come in and deliver their speech.
The final leg of the fun run begins in Bracken Hole, a district notorious for its dog pits.
Yeah, some of the fightiest cabals in town. But who knows what else this district has in store?
Well, Jigs, one thing for sure is that we're working hard all year to show why the runners call them
Bracken Hell.
You're running through the streets. You've come into Brackenhole, notorious for its dog pits, the sounds of the crowd around you, the cheering, the crying, the sounds of the dogs barking in the pits below. And as you look around, you see the tall buildings that raise up on either side of the street. They are full of audience members who sit on balconies looking down, staring into the wilderness below, looking across the floor that stretches out before you. It is a long series of grates that sort of stretch out before you on the road as you enter Brackenhole. You come into the run.
Before we go anywhere, I feel we need to huddle. Ready? Come in. Three things.
Okay.
Shiny things. Fast legs. Can't lose. Yay!
Dank.
Zog!
Come on, Dank, let's do it.
All right, you look ahead of you, and you can see stretching out before you the dog pits. And beneath you, you can see beneath these grates, probably about 10 feet below the surface that you're walking on, there are countless amounts of dogs strewn out. There are various bits of other fun runners lying around on the street below that have already been torn apart. Some of them have been distracted. And you can see here and there that some of the grates have already dropped open, hinging on the side closest to you down towards the bottom of the street. You see a clear path ahead of you.
Okay, let's stay up here. Run!
Fast legs.
All right, as you're
Steel
running
springs, steel
along,
springs.
I'm
You-
gonna grab some body parts as I go. So as I'm running along, I'm gonna pick up some of the bits of body parts that are not in dogs' mouths currently, so that if I get any dogs get close to me, I'm just gonna throw them bits of body so that maybe they'll eat that instead.
all right, yep, you've got them handy. So you pick up some limbs, a couple of on a spike just on the floor there. You pick up a random goblin head and shove it into your belt, attaching it on there.
Yeah.
And as you guys are running along, I'd like you all to make perception tests for me.
So soon.
Did you say
Okay.
perception or deception?
Perception.
That's a natty 20, baby.
Okay, I'm glad somebody rolled well because I got an 8.
All right, as you're
18.
running along, so anyone who rolled less than a 15,
Oh.
and what did you get? Cross?
18.
All right, cool. So you're all running along, and then suddenly you hear the signature sound of mechanisms coming from the northern side of the map. Chink, chink, chink. And then suddenly, spurting across the map,
Which way's
an
north?
array of
Ah!
spikes just spread out and shooting out from these organ pikes, from these holes in the wall. As you run by, you obviously, Grimace got a natural 20, and as you realize before anyone else what's happening, what do you do, Grimace?
I yell out, spikes to the north.
All right.
As best I can.
This thing's
While
amazing.
rolling, as are they coming out goblin head height or
They're coming
ankle
out.
height?
So yes, they're coming out just above goblin head height. So the only person who really you're very scared to start with, but you sort of duck down as you run along, Zorg, and you're like clink, and then suddenly your hat just gets taken clean off your
My
head,
hat!
and you realize just how close you were to death. And you all scamper along, and thankfully, Shanks, the hobgoblin, who was the only person who's really at risk from this trap, was ducked down.
Damn
just
this
in
sizist
time.
society.
And you continue along as you, the spikes, just narrowly avoiding the spikes. As you run, continuing along, I need you all to make dexterity tests as you realize as you're running along that every panel you pass by could potentially trigger and drop you at any time into the pits below.
Well,
Dog would like to run behind everyone else and try not to be on the same rate as other people.
Okay.
Zorg believes that maybe it's a weight thing.
speaking of the pits below, Shanks is heading down with a roll of about an 8 and not taking any special precautions. Because what's the worst that could have happened?
You're fine.
All right, so my big question is Shanks leading the way?
I am taller.
It's true.
I would
Alright.
follow Shanks.
So, Shanks, as you pass by over the top of one of these grates, you all hear the signature sound of the grate give way as Shanks plummets into the dog pits below.
No!
Save yourselves! No, wait, shit! Get me out of here!
I throw down some limbs.
Don't leave me with these
The other one,
dogs!
the other one.
Do the dogs spot him? Are the
I'm
dogs
gonna
not-
grab that little dog and throw it at one of the bigger dogs.
Oh. Alright, okay, calm down.
All right, so let's go. As you plummet down first, what is it you're doing, Garin?
Cross. It's the Goron on the inside that really tricks you.
There's a little bit of Goron in all of us.
I'm going to throw down some of those limbs to any dogs that might be coming towards my friend down in Shanks. I don't want to make Shanks get attacked, so I'm going to try and throw some limbs down as a
All
distraction.
right, give me a just dexterity roll to see how accurate you are and if you can get these dogs' attention.
That's a 20.
All right, so the dog, in fact, there are a couple of dogs that are running towards.
Shanks.
Yeah.
No, Shanks, no.
There is still one left.
Question, underneath Shanks, is it earth? Is it pavement?
It is bricks, but the bricks are broken here and there, covered with a slick of slime, and there's plenty of dirt and decomposing bodies around.
Follow-up question. How far is it between the earth and the grate? How big of a
10
distance?
feet. It's 10 feet from the grate down to the next level.
Dungeon Master,
Yes.
can I use mold earth to try and create a pillar underneath Shanks to flip him back up?
Yes, you can do that. You're going to let him know that that's happening. I mean, you guys work as a team, so you guys are pretty used to team communication. You've done tricks like this before.
I'll be like,
So-
Shanks, it's the 1-2, flippy do. Yeah, you'll be fine. Then I'd cast.
Oh. Yep. Hut. Do it, Dankly!
What would you like me to do for my spell?
No, the spell goes off. It's just a cantrip. So,
Oh, litty titty. Cool.
yeah.
But he can he do a cool somersault and land back on the grate? That'd be
Well,
cool.
that's all up to Shanks.
Can I? Yeah.
Give me a dexterity roll.
Fantastic.
Or acrobatic.
I'm going to acrobat the snot out of this one. Well, acrobat the snottish out of this one. 9. I went for a hand plant and a flip, but it's real slimy.
Well, you're going up, and you get to the earth starts pushing you up, but unfortunately, one of these dogs is just there, and it's jumping right at you.
So that little one,
Yeah, well, this little one here, yeah, it's just going up.
I'm gonna
Don't
take it
worry.
with me.
Oh,
Hey, Shanks, why don't you discuss a little bit more about exactly in detail how your handspring goes terribly wrong and you end up bringing
Well, I went to handspring, and the little dog was there with that look on its face, and I jumped, and it bit onto my wrist, and I had to grab it and hug it halfway through the handspring, so I splat a bit onto the side of the grate ahead,
Ugh. Well,
and have to climb my way up with it attached onto my arm.
Okay, it is definitely hanging onto your arm, and it is making an attack roll. Oh, it's got you, but it does 5 points of damage to you as it's shredding into your arm, and it's a lockjawed on there.
Bless its evil little heart. I'm gonna grapple it and stop it biting me, but I'm gonna stick it under my arm and take it with me.
Okay.
All right, so as all this is going on, Grimace, what are you doing?
As all this is going on, I'm let's see, I'm making my way back down around as fast as we can off this grate that all of us are on. Yeah, send me down this way. And is it possible for me to yeet over that diagonal, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
What are
It's
our chess
an easy
rules
step.
here?
And you come across.
Yep, cool. Yeet me over. And I'm going to attempt to assist with the. Is the dog now released from Shanks's wrist?
Oh no. It's violently attached and growling and snarling.
It's being domesticated by the minute.
Cool. I'm gonna aid in a little bit of puppy preschool here, and grab my knife and attempt to prise its little darling jaws off Shanks's arm.
All right, awesome. It's darling jaws. All right, so give me a strength roll, please.
It's a 15 plus. What are we doing for strength? That's a 14, actually.
All right, you tear at it, and it's not letting go, and the extra laceration that's caused by your attempt to pull it off and pry it open does an extra 2 points of damage to you, shredding up your arm still further, Shanks.
Totally fine. I've been bitten worse than that already today.
All
yeah,
right.
helping. Give me a newspaper.
Zork, what are you doing?
I have a question, Dungeon Master. If I cast Infestation, does it affect a singular target, or does it affect anybody within an aura?
Singular target.
I want to cast Infestation on the dog!
A cloud of fleas erupts from out of nowhere and starts to infest on the dog. However, the dog is already infested with fleas. Years of being infested with fleas causes it not to notice. It seems to be resistant for this amount of fleas, but maybe if you did it again, the accumulation of fleas would cause it to weaken and fall off.
So many fleas, it just gets anemic and dies.
All right, so I've come around there as well.
Yep.
Is it me?
Yep.
I'm gonna cast a prestidigitation, but I'm gonna cast like a delicious smelling kind of odor attached to the dagger that my friend Grimace was using, so that it will be more appealing for the little dog to attach onto the little dagger instead. So I'm gonna make it taste, smell like a sausage.
All right, cool. Give me a deception roll.
Like a juicy bone.
16 is that deception plus 2, 18.
All right, awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, you throw a juicy bone, and the dog is in fact, and the toy cabool runs off and chases the bone. And I believe the rest of you make a run for it while you're free of the dog, if you haven't already been running for it this whole time, because you're veteran runners. Now, as you are continuing through Brackenhole, a couple of grates, like the grate behind you, just disappears and it opens up. Manage to pass it by as you go forwards, and you notice that there is a bunch of there are a bunch of spikes on the top left hand that is similar to the wall that you saw previously.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go down around those spikes because
get down
it's
low
on
and go.
So it's on the
Exactly.
northern side. You can see them on the map now.
I'm gonna try and get out of range of them by going to the southern side.
All right, cool.
Zork would also like to go southern side, but she gets low and just goes.
All right, cool. So as you go down to the southern side of the map, you see, if you make a perception test, please.
Natural 1.
Oh, that's
Huh?
a 9.
Yeah.
14.
Okay. Zorg?
Oh, that's a 9.
17.
All right.
Ooh.
So Grimace, you sort of are looking up, and you see that the organ pikes on the top part of the map are probably not going to reach you as you duck low and you go south. But then you realize that there is a large space from which something else could project on the southern side of the map in exactly the same place, but also at goblin head height. What did you get, Shanks?
I got a 14.
So,
Hey.
Shanks, I'm going to need you to
Full
make
attention.
So, Shanks, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity roll. As a giant scything blade just springs out.
Well, that
Southern
is a 13.
All right. So you manage to duck down, but unfortunately, the top part of your body gets caught in your shoulder and arm. Get absolutely minced. You take 14 points of damage.
I need those.
As this giant scything blade takes off a part of your arm, scrapes all across your back as you try to duck down.
I'm gonna get minced and glare at everyone else for being short in a society built for short people. It's the invisible discrimination that hurt. No, actually, it's the scything blades that hurt the most.
All right, you make your way through, and you avoid the last blade. The rest of you just duck down, take a breath, duck down and take a breath as you get through. But then you come out the end of what you suppose is the worst part of this particular run, or at least Brackenhole suburb, and you make it to the other side. As you come over the edge, you come to an area and you get a certain amount of respite. A team of people stands waiting for you. They come out from the crowd, and they're your teammates, your support crew. They're giving you water. You guys get the equivalent of a short rest as they infuse you with energy drinks and various other stimulants, apply salves and healing fungus to you as best as possible. You can all use your hit dice if you would like to regain any hit points. And
I feel like Shanks might need to consider doing that.
20.
I can
Okay.
do a cure wounds on you as well, just if you don't quite get back up to your.
I'm busy rubbing some dirt on it and having a delightful energy drink. And I'm only 1 hit point away from my maximum, but I did use 4 of my hit dice to do it.
Oh.
there are still 4 more suburbs potentially lying ahead. You might be able to find a shortcut. You might be able to find a way around. But you have 3 options at this point. Would you like to go for Jaunt Rutter, a place known for its love of the dead? Why, they bury their dead beneath the ground instead of eating them like all civilized goblins do. Or Leech Dart, a place known for the most delicious leeches in town. Or, but also nefarious poison traps. Or would you like to go through Smarmy Heights, one of the most gentrified suburbs in all of Zaranthurul?
I need a break. Smarmy Heights. Smarmy Heights.
Maybe. I don't know. The leeches kind of are something similar that I might have been used to.
They
with all
do
our
sound
dankness.
delicious.
Sounds very familiar.
Like the dead could be pretty alright.
I feel like nothing could go wrong in the suburb of the dead.
Yeah,
Suburb of the
everything
dead it
that could
is.
go wrong has already gone on.
Yeah, maybe we
I
dead.
mean, they're dead. Ah! How dare you?
Votes for Jaunt Rutter. Jaunt, Place of the Dead.
Dead.
Yeah, let's go for the dead.
All right,
Dead.
cool.
Surely.
The crowd is eerily quiet as our next team enters Jaunt Rutter.
This district is renowned for their bizarre burial rituals. Instead of respectfully eating their deceased like the rest of us, they bury them whole beneath the ground.
You come in, and the whole place becomes eerily quiet. You look ahead of you, and you can see, as you enter into the district, you can see the crowds. They're standing around you. They're in the buildings that are off to the sides of the main streets that you're supposed to be going through. But they all stand, just looking out, staring with eyes intently at you, saying nothing. Whispers of silence go through. The smell of freshly turned earth fills you. Ahead, as you look through the maze, you see bits of broken boxes, a few caskets here and there, just sort of around the place. And you see these curtains that just hang down from these cross poles on the buildings. The curtains are all red, so they drape down, waving eerily in the wind beneath the curtains. As opposed to the green brick earth that you see all around you, you see that below the curtains there are darker patches of what appears to be freshly turned earth. And if you can all make a perception roll for me.
19. I'm very perceptive.
You can see
17.
that from various bits and pieces in various places on these patches of turned earth, bones jut out.
Look, I feel like maybe as a preventative measure, I might bring out my holy symbol and turn the undead so that they stay away from me. I believe that's how it all works.
Mm-hmm. Ahead of you,
Say my prayer to Tim.
the only thing that you notice that's out of place is that you can turn to the north. There's a path that goes to the south. But additionally, there is a manhole cover in front of you upon the ground.
Don't they bury the dead? Won't they be under there?
So do we want to go straight ahead?
To the manhole.
I mean, yeah.
I would rather go anywhere aside from over that pile of disgusting, non-digested bones.
We could go to the bottom, to the south there. I don't like the manhole. No thanks. But I think Cross should go first. You hold your symbol up, girl. You go.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna start heading down towards the south, but not the manhole. I don't want the manhole. That sounds like trouble.
That sounds like a Herb trick.
I'm gonna.
All right.
It'll be the safest way through. Who knows? But I don't know. If you're burying the dead underground, I feel like going down the manhole, we're gonna
I mean,
find
it
those.
might be. They're already dead.
Yeah.
The dead have cool stuff.
Grave robber.
Like,
I'm gonna
picking
look
up
through the crowds.
tiny things?
Okay. You look around. They are staunch, unresponsive. But give me an insight roll.
Gonna look
They
in.
might already be dead. It's a dead audience.
13.
No, they're very hard to read.
No.
They keep all of their caskets closed, both for their dead and for their soul. So which direction would you guys wanting to head, and who is taking the lead? The cleric is taking the lead, I take it.
I'm taking
I
the
look
lead.
across.
I have my undead. Maybe actually now the lure of shiny things, because if we go underground and we pass some open caskets where there are some shiny belongings, maybe I can collect some things on the way.
You can see you're within clear line of sight of two closed caskets, and you can see that further to the south there's yet another closed casket. You do know that they keep shiny things in there.
Yes, it's a race. It's a race.
Surprise!
Only one box on the way. I will start walking towards the shiny casket.
Running towards.
Running towards the casket with my
Alright,
my kingness.
Okay, you run towards the shiny casket, and you can see.
Holy symbol.
Wait, didn't we?
No, we're on
going
top.
south.
South.
We were going south. That was the plan.
Okay.
Down the bottom.
Okay, you go south.
Please fix.
Okay, you move to the south. As you come down, you come to this this casket, and as you move by, you will all, as you approach the casket. Are you all approaching it?
I am.
Okay.
Zork's at the back, but they're still there.
Okay. And you're checking out the patched earth. Okay, you approach the casket, and I would like you please to make a please make a wisdom saving throw.
Well,
17. I gotta pass something, right?
22.
ooh, hang on, that's plus my 4.
Uh-huh.
16.
He's learned a lot
That's an
today.
8 for me.
Wow. You guys all feel, as Goran approaches the casket, you all feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and just shudder runs through you.
Ugh.
But nothing happens. You approach the casket and make a strength roll to lift the lid.
I'll help.
Yeah.
It's like getting your medallion at the end of a run. Strength is not my strong point. Oh, actually, it's not too bad. 10.
Zork does not wish to engage with such bad juju.
Man, it's a pretty hefty guy. Unless you get help from somebody else, you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to lift this lid.
I'll
Yeah,
run up and
I'll
help.
All right, so the two of you together, I'd like you want to make another wisdom saving throw for me.
Including Zorg, who is not participating.
All right, except for Zorg.
Natural
Zorg-
20.
Zorg is safe.
That's a 19 that time.
21.
Cleric? Horse?
We're a wise bunch.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yep. Again,
Thanks.
you're feeling this unerring sense of dread and this tingling going on, but you're still fine. And together, you two of you heave the top off, and you see inside a goblin noble clad in fancy armor with various vestum raiments upon them, some jewelry, bits and pieces. You manage to nab a handful of golden jewels.
Ha! Serves them right for not eating them.
Yeah, and this way we get our medallion at the end, whether we make it out alive or not.
Participation trophies. Run, 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 run.
Yeah.
Keep running.
Further ahead, as you sort of run by, okay, so as you can see from where you are, there's a patch of turned earth just to the south of your current position. Are you going to try and avoid it?
No touch.
Yeah.
No touch. No touch.
Yes.
Yeah,
No
that's
touchy, no touchy.
The way you
I keep waving
go
my
around the
holy
edge,
symbol around.
you sneak around the edge, and then you come to a point, and you look, and you can see that to the south, there's another street, an alleyway that goes down further.
Ooh.
And then to the north, it appears that there's a little bridge that goes through a hole in the wall into another part of the map. As you guys look at the map, you can see to the north, there's that little bridge that goes across somewhere
Fudge
else.
cakes.
But also, further to the south, you see another manhole at the end of an alley. And then, directly ahead of you, a corridor completely covered top to bottom in turned earth, and then partitioned off here and there by these red curtains.
Ugh, the bridge.
Right around the curtains.
Bridge. I think the bridge.
Bridge.
All right, cool. So you guys,
All right, Bridge.
Disappointed. Did you want the manholes?
the person hold, sorry.
I want the manhole.
Hatches.
Goblin holes.
The goblin hatches. Yeah.
Shanks is not allowed in them. They're goblin hatches.
All right, so you come around the corner, you come up and you go across the bridge, you run along and you see that there's another couple of mausoleums there. Some
One.
crypts.
I'm going with one. One and run.
Okay, you've done your one.
Yeah, one and run. I'm setting myself rules in place. Great.
All right, so the four of you move along and you pass by the crypt, and you can see that to the north of your situation, there is another patch of turned earth with more of these curtains, another mausoleum. Right now, I need you all to make wisdom saving throws. But you can also hear in the just ahead of you, somewhere amongst these curtains that you can see, you can hear a sound coming. Someone's crying out like, oh no, God, help me. And you hear a voice. And to you, Shanks, you recognize the voice. Like
What is it?
Famous voice that you heard before. It's the voice of Tally-Ho, the famous fun runner of times long gone. Why,
Yes.
man, you heard he had come out of retirement to make a crack at this, but you'd also heard reports that his team had been entirely devoured and he was the only survivor. Perhaps this was as far as he made it. It sounds like he's in trouble.
We really could.
Action.
Tally-Ho on the Dankmeyer district team could really win it for us. I'm gonna run in there and come back with him, or finish him off.
Are we doing anything with those wisdom saving throws, Herb?
Okay, what'd you guys get?
15.
6.
15.
Croth? What'd you?
12.
12. All right, cool. So Zorg, I need you to please roll a d6 for me. And
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you so much. 1!
okay.
When you're hot, you're hot.
You immediately drop all of your carried equipment, everything that's on you. You start like just throwing your backpacks and your knives and your weapons to the ground, everything that's on you. And then you turn and you all see Korth. You all see Zorg move towards the patch of earth at their standard movement, and then they fall onto their knees and they start digging into the earth. And as they do so, you see some skeletal hands start rising up to attempt to pull them under.
Hep. Please.
Right. I'm heading that way anyway.
Possessed by well, it doesn't seem like a vengeful spirit. It seems like it's very much into the fun run and the antics, but it's trying to bury you with its friends. deep in the ground.
I'm gonna run and try and grab Zorg out of the way. I'll dive and catch.
All right, awesome. And at this point ahead, you can see you start to catch sight, and it's not only your friend who is in this situation now, it is also Tally-Ho,
Moral decisions.
who is just here in the ground, and you can see them sort of like struggling, and they've got bones and claws, and they're pulling them down. They're already waist deep in the dirt, and they're like 3 skeletons like dragging them down into the holes, into the ground.
This
Goran,
is an
what do you do?
opportunity. We can leave him there.
Goran.
Croth is putting up my holy symbol and eating ahead and getting closer to where my friend Zorg has gone down to try and scare away the undead that's trying to take him.
Okay, and are you going to use your holy symbol or any kind of abilities to try and turn undead? Are you going to?
Yes, I'm going to turn the undead with my slotted spoon holy symbol.
Okay, you hold up the holy spoon aloft, and a ting of light comes out and starts. Ting of
Please.
light.
Please save.
So, and I've also got a little tiny symbol that I.
Dramatic flair.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I might get the prestidigitation to do that for me, so my hands are still on my slotted spoon.
Awesome. All right. Ting. So hearing it all, and you're seeing it. It's sort of going. It's going, and then all of a sudden, the undead, the skeletal hands, not just the skeletal hands that are holding your friend, but also the skeletal hands that are dragging down Tally-Ho, suddenly disappear, sinking beneath the ground.
Quick, run through!
My equipment!
All right, I need to make
It's
another.
time for streaking.
So you need to make another wisdom saving throw. You can still talk, you're still conscious, but you don't have control of your body. Zorg.
Oh, wisdom saving throw,
That's
sorry.
absolutely true, because the undead spirit might have been chased out of your body. What did you? Unfortunately, it is not. But you can
Oh.
make a wisdom saving throw to try and resist it.
That's a 17. I gotta resist it on a 17, right?
Yeah, you absolutely do.
Hey!
Go back, and it sort of like pushes out, and you feel it moving back towards one of the mausoleums nearby, one of the crypts, one of the tombs. All right, so ahead of you, this Tally-Ho character is still half buried in the ground. As you guys approach.
I'm gonna run up, give him a hand, and yank him out.
All right, look, it's not too much of an issue between the two of you, and with the turned undead who are like fleeing beneath the earth, running away from the cleric, you manage to pull him out. He comes out, oh my goodness, thank you so much. You guys, you don't know, you've saved me. You've saved me. I was gonna die down there. They were gonna get me. He's like quite battered and bruised and covered with cuts. Looks like he's really made the rest of my team. They went down. They hired me on as a mercenary to help them get through. That's why I came out of retirement. I needed the money to fund my grandmother's purple lump addiction.
Quick,
It's a
good job.
noble cause. Welcome to Dankmire District. You're on the team. Let's go.
Well, yeah, I'll absolutely. I'm there for you. Let's get out of here. Which way are you guys heading?
Go on through. We've already made it this far. Keep going.
To the end of this district.
All right, so you guys are going
The end
through
of, yeah, forwards.
to the west.
Past the curtains.
So I would like to pick up their equipment, though. That's...
Okay,
Yeah.
you quickly duck back, you grab your stuff, and then you catch up with the group as they all come through to
Looking forward to a streaker.
and it appears to be a dead end.
Damn it.
At the end of this dead end, there is a manhole cover.
Oh my god, Herb!
Flip it open.
Fine,
Down
we'll
the
go down the manhole!
All right. You guys all, I'm just going to get you all together so I can do this as a single bunch. You flip open the manhole, and you all jump down. Now, because we're going down a level, unless there is a...
I'm gonna peer down first, and I'm gonna use dark vision to peer in before yeeting self in.
All right, so you glance down, and you look, and it appears to just be a sewer. There's like a series, an area of running water, and it goes off. It goes down to the south and then off to the north. As you poke your head through, you can see that it actually goes back to the south.
Oh.
And then back to the east as you kind of look down. And this kind of seems to be taking you in a backward direction.
Damn.
But there's
It's maze.
up to bodies, right?
Sorry? There's no bodies down here.
There's no bodies down here, so maybe it's worth a try.
I think so.
Zog
You reckon?
goes.
Yeah, either way, we gotta go back double back the way we came.
Yeah.
So I reckon we go
Shanks.
down and then try and pop up again somewhere else.
Shanks will jump down in the lead.
All right, cool.
Zog follows.
And I'll go last to keep the undead away from
Let's
us
do it.
while we're getting down.
All right, cool. So you all drop down. You find yourself in the sewer. You start walking along. You start moving through, and you can see, the sewer just stretches on ahead, going down and then back to the south. And you can see as you look down the corridor, it continues along as far as you can see. But you continue along, and as you run through it, sort of look around. It doesn't seem like there's anything down here. It seems pretty vacant as you move along.
Oh,
but
thank
that's
goodness.
of a ladder at the end.
Perfect. I'll
no,
run
it's gonna be right
towards
back
the
at
ladder.
beginning.
All right. So you get to the ladder, and you're going to jump back up.
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
We're gonna be back at the start.
All right.
That's
Darn it.
And we go to the north.
to the north. Cross,
All right,
lead
cool.
the way.
Or there was that other manhole down to the south, which doesn't connect into this sewer in any way.
They raise a good point. Perhaps we should try that.
Goblin hole. Well, the goblin hole was pretty clear, so yeah, actually, that's probably a better
Yep.
option.
Let's go back down, please.
All right. Cool. So you start heading down to the south, and you are passing by. You know these mausoleums. If you get close to them, they're going to these spirits.
Right
are gonna-
around.
Go real close to those
No
curtains.
touchy.
Okay, you see
No.
those curtains. All right, and you come around, and you're like skirting around the edge. Whoop, and then there's another, and there's a space where you're going to have to go clean between two of them.
Ah, damn it. Just do it quickly.
All right, so you run. All please make wisdom saving throws for me.
Come on, dice.
Hey, we're getting good at these.
10. 10 seems fine.
16?
13.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
All right. Well, Zorg, unfortunately, a back door has been opened to your soul. Please roll a d8 for me.
No, Herb.
It's because you're already susceptible. Once in
Yeah,
a cult, always ready to go in a cult.
It's because you're of weak mind and spirit.
4.
All right. You.
What happens to poor Zog?
Okay, so as you guys decide to run down to that other manhole to the south there, you're sort of running down, and you get to the manhole, and you're all leering over. Nothing yet. And you look down. You look down, and you can see. Is anyone going to peek in like you did before?
Nope, I'm just gonna jump.
Yes.
It was totally fine.
Everything will be fine.
All right, you come down. You're in a corridor, and then as you are all going down the corridor, and you're dropping down into the hole, suddenly, as you're all going down, suddenly, who's lost?
I'm always at the back.
probably,
All right, cool. And who's in front of you?
probably me with my
Me.
team.
Oh, okay, cool.
Feeling.
So suddenly, Zorg, you're overcome with a covetous desire to possess the shiny things that Croth has. And you think, right, they're vulnerable right now. They're just holding on. And so you immediately make a attack with whatever weapon that you have handy, and you try and stick it inside of Croth's head.
Alright, so I just roll a d20 and then my attack bonus, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool, awesome. Oh god, I'm so sorry, it's 22.
Okay, roll your damage.
Oh, bloody hell, I'm so sorry. It's a d4 plus 2.
Lucky it was just the sorcerer.
It's a 4. 4 damage.
Okay. It digs in. Yeah, digs in. You take damage. You look back, Zorg. Croth, just give me an insight roll to see if you can tell what's going on.
That's a 6, so I'm going to say probably not.
Roll is your friend.
Total.
You see a look of what's your face doing at the moment, Zorg?
Shiny. Ah.
Part of me feels proud that, Zorg really has embraced the god of Ting, but he shouldn't be taking my things. My things of Ting. You need to get your own things for Ting.
I take your thing.
So I might have to hit back. Or, I don't know why he's attacking me. I'm just gonna go for a slap across the face.
Okay.
For a, I got you.
Snap out of it.
Snap out of it, exactly. And I just rolled a 1.
Oh. Crisp high five.
Gently caress my face.
Right. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's me, right? Yep. Cool. Zorg wisdom saving throw of an 11.
All right. You're still caught in it. You're caught in it. Like,
I need Chinese.
Okay, give me a. Okay. You need shinies, and you're just being restrained. I'm assuming everyone's coming in, and even Tally-Ho comes in and grabs you and restrains you. And goes, "I've seen this before. You gotta hold them tight." And they grab you with their firm, strong arms. This great bugbear just grabs you and holds you firmly and goes, "Don't worry, just I'll keep her tight for a couple of rounds, and she'll be fine. She'll snap right out of it."
Shinies.
Hug it out, man.
So is he holding me like so I imagine he's not holding me like this, like he's holding me in a hug, right? Like he's got me facing in towards him. So we're hugging it out.
All right, you guys are able to, by doing that, continue to move together through the corridors. As you roll
And
along,
I'm gonna get a little further away from Zorg.
all right, I need you all to please make a perception roll for me at this point.
Including possessed Zorg.
Well, you can make another wisdom saving throw instead.
Okay.
18.
8. Nope, I'm not seeing much.
That's a 16.
All right.
Zorg's wisdom saving throw was a 14.
Nice. All right, you snap out of it, Zorg. You're on your own 2 feet.
Ah.
Who got the 18?
That would be me.
All right, cool. So, as you're running along, you start to sense movement and see bubbles in the water ahead on the left.
I hate it.
There are things in the water, and not good things, I imagine.
What do you guys want to do about this?
Stay further away from the water.
I'm
Maybe
gonna
it's
ready a crossbow.
It appears
Just
to be
like it.
like here,
Oh, okay.
just up ahead.
Tally-Ho, you and me, let's get it.
All right, yeah, let's. I don't know what it is, but we'll take front. We'll take point. So the two of you guys move ahead, and as you do so, 1 second, you see.
I'm gonna make sure Grimace is in between me and Zorg.
Sorry. So the three of you stay back, yeah? And rising up from the water is a black and purple viscous creature with these bulbous red protrusions that pass for eyes, rising up. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
11.
14.
3.
19.
All right. So, 19. Shanks, you're up first.
No. Yes.
Grimace. No? Yes?
Grimace is up first.
Get him, Grimace.
Shanks is up last on a 3.
All right. So, Grimace, what are you doing?
I mean, let's use some. If I were a viscous slime monster, where would my weak point be? I'm gonna aim a crossbow right at one of those red eye-looking gnarly nodules right there, and shoot it. Why not?
All right. Make an attack roll.
90% of the time, it works every time. Ooh, that's an 11 plus. Sorry, what am I using for attack? Sorry, what am I using for attack?
You'll be at about a +6 for your crossbow. Should be middle of the character sheet. first page at the bottom.
Yeah, no, I don't have that, but attack bonus, 5. So that's 16.
All right, cool. It shoots in, jams one of its eyeballs, it explodes with an ooze of liquid. Give me a damage roll.
Is that a D6 or a D?
It's a sneak attack, so you're going to get your sneak attack bonus. It'll be 4d6 total, plus your dexterity bonus.
4d6? Cool. So that's 6, 2, 8, 5 is 13, and 2 is 15, plus sneak attack bonus is 3 more d6 I can do at level 5?
No, that's what you added already.
Sorry?
That's what you added already.
Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
So that's a 15.
Blasts into it and causes its eyeball to explode. It's like reels, seething and writhing backwards in pain and agony. Next, I'm just going to go around. Shanks.
Okay, Shanks runs on in, goes in with his bare fists and starts wailing in there, aiming for the eye socket.
Awesome.
Getting a 13 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, cool. 3 points of damage. 3's are my lucky number.
Seems to me.
You want to pop any abilities?
I'm going to use my second attack, though, which was a natural 20.
Yep.
So that one cops... Oh, that's a bit better, jeez. That one is 14 points of damage.
So as you swing in with these two attacks...
The lefty-righty combo.
It's like thuds in. The ripples of the impacts rippling through the jelly. And as you're doing so, Tally-Ho swings in twice with his axe, doing some huge cleaving strikes that go deep into the creature, almost sundering it into Zorg. What are you doing?
Zorg lines up and casts Firebolt. She needs to tell me how spell working again. Do I need to roll to hit the spell and then?
Fireball? Yeah, just an attack roll. Spell attack roll.
Okay, cool. Spell attack roll, no problems. That's 5. Woo! 5.
Firebolt flies wide through the room. But as Tally-Ho's like hacking, he's like, guys, run past us, we're making a path.
Oh, Zorg does not hesitate.
It's down. That's what it's here for. So would you guys like to take your move actions to try and get past this thing while this?
Yeah. Tally-Ho can hold the fort while we go ahead.
And Goran, as you run past, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I think I'll just keep going. I think it's faster. We need to get out of this place.
All right. Which brings us to the creature at... Oh, wow. Okay. Yes. So apparently if you roll a 3, a natural 1, and a 9, you don't hit anything.
Oh!
The creature lash out, but it's been so distraught by being cut in half almost completely. And as you see this, you see that it is in fact splitting in two, now becoming two creatures, more tendrils growing out from it. And
I hate it, leave.
I'm gonna reach out and try and grab onto you guys. So we're gonna go back to
Grimace?
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm gonna step back, gonna kiss both my fists and line up a stunning strike and just try and put it down and get away.
You like thud into it. Give me an attack roll.
I'm going to, there we go.
And while that's happening, Grimace, are you just going to continue running, or is there anything else you're going to do?
I'm gonna try and give it one more parting shot as I head. Do I have a clear line between me and the purple, or is Shank
easy enough to hit?
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go another crossbow as a goodbye gift from me to the goo.
Right.
So that is a.
And Shank, how'd you go with that roll?
That's 18.
Okay. So the first one was a normal hit. Second one again was a critical hit. So it'll do some damage, and for one of them, it needs to make a Constitution save or be stunned for the turn.
All right, cool. Yeah, one of them's like the one, in fact, closest to the rest of you, which is, I'm assuming, the one you're prioritizing, is in fact more stunned.
Cool, and it takes a grand total of 14 points of damage. And then I'm gonna run if I can. Move.
It is stunned, so it cannot take an action against you as you get away. But you blaze ahead, and Tally-Ho uses that to run away as well. Unfortunately, Tally-Ho gets an attack of opportunity, and you can see a splash of black acid has sort of come out from one of these pseudopeds and just flashed all across the back of his body. It's like, as he's weakened and feeble, and you see he's running with a limp a little bit. He's pushing along behind with you guys going, come on, move! As you
go, people!
Push
Run and gun, baby, run and gun.
Yeah. It's first past the post in this game.
Yeah.
We're alive.
All right, awesome. You continue on down the corridor, and then at the end, you see that there is a ladder that leads up.
Oh, yes. I'll climb straight up that ladder.
All right.
So that's the end? That's the end of the passageway?
That's correct.
Okay, we gotta go up.
Boom. All right,
quick.
look around. You find yourself, right there. You can see at the end, it's right there. It's the path out. And so you make it to one more pit stop. You can all, of course, use your hit dice if you want to. As the team comes out, gives water, rubs the cells, give you some massages. Works hard, like, oh, good going, guys, good going. You really made that. You got caught up in the maze for quite a bit there. Oh, they were rooting against you so hard, but you showed them what for.
I imagine
baby.
Tally-Ho. How's Tally-Ho looking?
Somebody massage this bugbear.
Oh, God, yeah, that's right. He gives him water on this acid, start the damage. You see, he's still sort of sizzling and burning as the smell of, like, a cremating flesh sort of fills the area.
Push that fur, get him a contract. He's on our team.
I imagine in Zorg's corner, it's just like somebody's got like a wet towel over their like head and shoulders, and they're like gearing up in the corner, spitting in the bucket, ready to go again for the next leg.
I have someone shining up my shiny things to make sure they're as sparkly as possible for the next leg.
I stabbed you again.
The team's tactician comes up with a map and says, you've been doing well, guys, and there's just one more path to get to the final level. Brick City, you can't avoid going through Brick City, you're gonna have to, but to get there, you got a choice. You can either push yourselves hard through Leech Dart, and I don't know, they're a bit poison and slimy, or you can try going through Smarmy Heights.
Is that the...
Maybe we should do the Smarmy Heights.
Is that gentrified suburb?
That is the gentrified district. Yeah. It's a trap, I tell you. You gotta watch out for those people. They'll rob you for every penny you got.
It's the real peril of this town.
Capitalism!
It sounds sus. I don't trust it.
I'd rather go with the leeches than the capital.
A leech dart is dangerous. It's a dangerous place. Those slime rats, they might be tasty on the end of a stick, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. They're vicious in a horde.
I'm really up for hidden danger, not obvious danger.
So, which one do you want to go?
Do we want leeches or lattes? These are our choices.
Lattes.
Latte. I think it's a terrible latte. Almond milk is good in the tummy.
I just polished all this tea stuff. I don't want to get it messy in the dank area.
Fair. Let's go to gentrified land.
All right. And so you get sent on your way. Don't forget, you can take this time to spend any hit dice that you want to try and recover some hit points.
Since someone stabbed me in the back.
Turns out those things were way less difficult than that tiny little toy poodle.
Ooh, our runners have entered the rapidly gentrifying district of Smarmy Heights.
A terrifying hole of degenerate behavior that lays low even the strongest among us.
If they want a chance to survive, they'll have to overcome
Goblin Brain.
Look around, everyone. Dankmeyer doesn't have to be dank forever. If we win, we can gentrify. We too can become these disgusting layabouts. Let's do it. Do it for the district.
It looks like I can keep my shiny things so much shinier.
Going to art school.
Yeah,
All right. So.
Watching you, dog. Watching you.
Can keep the dank but lose the mire.
All right, you move in, and as you look around, you see there are crowds of people wandering about the street. The smells of the most delicious food come out to you. Immediately to your south, you see various stalls with like a little selling wines and trinkets and all kinds of great things as you move around. You hawkers call out to you, come on, buy some of our fine goods, some of the most exquisite silks that you've ever seen. Try my pies, a cry from the north, and the smell of the most delicious pie shop. Your nose is drawn to an incredible fragrance of the nearby pie shop. As you come close to the shop, a friendly-looking bugbear alerts you to the fact that halfling pie eating contest is about to commence. Oh, we've got the best halfling pies in town here. You want to come over here and try our halfling pies? And
No time to stop.
Are they made with real halfling?
Absolutely, 100%. Only the finest finds. And he sort of shows, points to an array of halfling heads that are on in a display cabinet and taxidermed with hilarious looks and moustaches and stuff like that. Only the finest halfling here. Do you think you can beat Dramundo, the great eater of pies? And you see a rather stout-looking goblin going, you'll never beat me in this contest.
Zorg firmly reminds the entire party that this is a race. We gotta go.
So as we run past, Shanks grabs a pie and eats it on the run.
Poison and disease on it before you eat it.
But that's the flavor.
Zorg is not tempted by such things. They continue.
Shanks is tempted by such things, but can eat them while running away.
You get a cramp.
You know you've got to eat at least 2 hours.
Grab it, run to the north.
Okay, as you're running to the north.
North.
Okay, so you're running to the north. You come up through some streets, and you head up, and you see ahead of you, some of the most delicious cuts of meat. And then immediately to your right, you catch sight of a small bar. And you hear someone crying out, "This round is on me!
Zorg,
Everyone, come join us for some free drinks."
We're gonna steer straight through that bar, grab a stein, keep running, grab a hank of meat in the other hand, and alternate, because you got to run your arms like this.
Zorg follows suit.
All right, as you rush through, you catch sight of a familiar face, and as you run through, you see Zorg. You look across, and you see a fetching hobgoblin with deep dark skin with orange patches on it here and there, and the striking, handsome face of somebody who used to be a lover of yours and a fellow teammate who eventually deserted.
How do I feel about this person? Like, do we end on good terms? Like,
they're now on another team, and you can see them there with their other teammates. They catch their eye, and you catch theirs. They look over, and they wave, and they go, "Oh, hello!"
I cast infestation on them and leave.
They look at you, and then look at each other, and look kind of nervous, and then start and look at themselves and the fact that they're drinking, and go, "Damn it!" And they all put down their hands. Start running. So you've got a path that's going to the north and a path that's going to the south at this point.
Happy to follow everybody else's lead.
Keep going north.
Still staring down my ex-lover.
I'm gonna empty my drink and hurl it at that group.
Yeah!
Just as they're standing up.
I love it.
Hey, that's a 19 on the dice. Somebody's copying that in their head.
Okay. And they're all and they're like, what? No, you can't get away from us. And I need you all to make a group athletics roll as you run away from them, because they are now pursuing.
Ooh.
10, baby.
16.
That is a
hang on.
19.
I got
Gatorade.
a 12. It's 14.
All right, you've got a small head start, but they are keeping pace with you. However, you notice that right ahead of you, there is a manhole cover. that leads down, and you can see that there are paths that go up to
Ooh.
the north. It's the path ahead of you splits.
I'm going to hang back at the manhole cover, and as they are running, I'm just going to try and flip it out of the way and have them fall into the sewers to their certain death.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, awesome. So you guys are waiting patiently, and you turn around. And is there anything you're going to add to this deception? Is anyone else?
Yes. Behold the shinies. Close your eyes.
I'm gonna taunt lewdly.
Lewdly. Ooh,
I'm going
nice.
to
I want you to make a deception roll. Yep.
So
Me?
that's an
For
8.
lewd gestures? I feel like I can be lewd. That is that's a 14.
All right, awesome. And Croth, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Behold the Shinies, which means I choose one object within 30 feet and it shines with the divine light and everyone's a bit blind. So I'm going to shout out, close your eyes, and then I'm going to cast it on the manhole cover so it becomes really shiny and it makes it really hard for them to know where they're going and make it easier for them to fall in.
Okay. So the manhole cover starts to immediately illuminate. You guys are all a team. You've worked together. You used to cry, and when Croth says, "Behold the shinies," doesn't even need to say close your eyes. You know exactly what they're about to do, and you all immediately close your eyes as the manhole cover becomes the source of a radiant glow that blinds everybody within a 20-foot radius, including the other team who are running and unable to see, and they're being taunted and they're being directed, and it's being flipped up, and this whole thing causes a 4, a 7, a 3, and a 12. They all pile in, suddenly disappearing down the manhole.
That's what you get, you slime spines!
Yay!
Quick! Move it.
My shininess.
All right.
I run away.
Don't mess with the Dankmeyer!
Okay, well, which way are you heading?
North.
You're going to go on the North Fork or the South Fork?
Oh.
North.
Keep going north.
The only way is up, right? North.
All right, cool. So you go through, you head to the north, you peel off to the northern side, you find that it's an alley, and there are no shops, there's no districts, everything sort of smells down here, and you can see there's a dead end down the end, but there's also another manhole cover.
They haven't done us wrong yet.
What
Well,
if we go down
not
and
100% wrong.
them?
That'll be embarrassing.
We're gonna go down
But
and find the other team.
All right, maybe. You did just send them down the manhole cover.
And take their stuff.
yeah,
Take this off!
Oh, hey, okay.
can hurt them
Yeah,
physically as well as emotionally.
Oh, sure, let's just go down. Whatever. Let's go have fun.
Nowhere else to go, right? We have to backtrack otherwise.
All right, you rush through, you get to the manhole cover, you flip it up without much issue, and you all dive down. Boom. You find that it's a short corridor ahead of you. You don't see the other team anywhere here. In fact,
Nice.
Yeah.
you can see that the corridor continues on further to the east.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. Run, run, run,
You
run.
run through, you
Race,
run
race,
through,
race.
Nothing happens. It seems like it's going on. You get to the other end, and then you sort of jump up, boom, and suddenly you get hit by a searing wall of heat as you look behind you and you see a sea of lava.
Ooh, move away from that.
Oh, that. Oof.
And as you move away from the sea of lava, you actually realize you've come up on the exact right manhole to lead you to the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
high five, everybody. Let's pour one out for
Training
Tally Ho,
children.
who got
At least
stuck in a
weeks for
market.
this.
the exact path to take you through this particular
happy now.
district in the quickest way possible.
Yeah. I'm really proud of you, Shank, that
Manholes,
you only
baby.
stopped to pick up a drink and food instead of staying for all the drink and food.
It's all about
Because
moderation.
we're DIY or die, baby. We're DIY.
All right, so you take a moment, you heal up, you rest, you get your massage. You go, this is it, guys. This is it. But this is the hardest part. You got to be ready. You got to be ready for Brick City's gonna. It's a hard path. It's possibly one of the hardest things of all. And what's hardest about it is the undulating floors and the flying goddamn monkeys. The flying take-down monkeys. They're out to get you. They're the worst. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to separate the slime spines from the hard noggins. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Riley,
switch
I'm
something
booking it,
around.
but I'll be okay.
Spit it.
As you move through the streets, and eventually you leave the more gentrified areas into what appears to be a more palatial district. Older buildings, more classic goblin temples lay out before you. Those goblin temples are a step pyramid, ziggurat-style structures, and above you, in the center, you can see the central Zaranthurul spires, Pren Towers, a series of 4 towers that rise up high into the sky. Above them, the astral jellyfish floating, carrying various passengers and military personnel waiting to untether and float off into the distance across the great steppes to other more exotic and foreign parts. But as you move through, the crowd roars and goes wild. A searing round of applause, a wave of people as you see that the houses give way and the temples give way to proper seating, tiered stone steps with giant statues of the great fun runners past who have come to this point to finish the fun run. And ahead of you, you see a great plain, entirely flat, just bricks, and high in the sky. Above, you can see small black specks of the flying monkeys that are a pest that always seem to be clinging tight to Pren Tower.
I can't believe they did it. They got this far.
You know it.
You hate it.
Death from above.
Death from below. Brick City.
It is midday. The sun hangs high. It's starting to go into noon, and dusk is like creeping across the city. And as the sun goes down, all along the walls and the floors of Brick City, and all along the spires and the statues, the bioluminescent fungus that exists there now starts to supersede the glow of the sun as it sinks, and the city changes, transforming into the city that all goblins know at night. A city of lurid patterns and bright colors, different hidden symbols that are normally not seen in the light of day, but in the night they come to play, and everything takes on a festive, jovial, and luminous countenance.
Zorg would like to quickly just grab everyone in and goes, "Look, guys, I don't like those things up there. What if I cast darkness all around us and we just sort of leg it and see what happens?"
Well,
It's certainly worth a shot.
Just as you're saying this, funnily enough, the straight run, about 180 meters long, suddenly starts to undulate and break into patterns, some squares rising up into the sky, other squares falling 10 feet down into pits, and other squares staying at the same level. As you look around, you can see, now these are represented on the map by the pits, the obvious pits ahead of you. This means that it's a depression 10 feet into the ground and the ground is just sunk into the floor. Then there are the standard brick templates, which are these ones which indicate that it's all staying at the same level, or it's just risen or fallen to this level. And then there are these panels which indicate that they've just shot up 10 feet above from the ground level, projecting them high into the sky. You realize they rise and lower with such force that they might even catapult you into the air if you find yourself on the wrong brick. These change, every one changing every 5 seconds as you move along. So, right now, in this round, this is the lay of the land ahead of you. You see, immediately to your right, one of the pits, or just to your south, one of the pits has dropped, and you can hear slithering at the bottom of that pit is a mess of snakes. Ahead of you, another pit has dropped down. Ahead of you, to the and down to the right, you can see that the pit has risen up, catapulted suddenly into the air. So,
I have a question.
yes.
The pit with the snakes, if that pit just decides to go 10 feet in the air, does that mean that we get rained with snakes, or?
Snake rain.
You're not sure.
If you cast darkness With our dark
I say we
vision,
climb
see?
into the non.
I have dark
If
sight.
you have dark,
I say we,
have dark vision, so would
I
that
have
allow
dark
me to
sight, I
see?
can
or
see
is
the
it
dark.
too
Everybody
dark.
has dark vision.
Okay.
You're all goblins. You can all see light.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this is well lit.
Even
The
Shank?
bioluminescent lights that shine from all sides are lighting this very well.
I don't like monkey.
And high in the air.
What were you suggesting?
Can you cast darkness on one of those stupid flying monkeys?
Yes, it's a 15-foot radius though, and the darkness will move with the monkey.
Perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
They won't be able to
180
see
feet.
anything. The monkeys can't see a thing.
But if it's 180 feet, that means there's 180 feet of airspace.
I presume they fly in flocks. They certainly seem to, drop shit on
Birds
us
of
in
a feather.
flocks.
They
Yeah, just
flock together.
here and there. This is like just cruising around.
I really think we should cast darkness on ourselves, dudes.
All right, so as you're sitting there on the first tile talking about this situation, it all passes, and then suddenly
Ah, damn it!
into a pit. Everyone can make a dexterity saving
We're in a
throw.
pit.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
suddenly
We're
the
in a
ground
pit.
you're on that was just level
Oh,
sunk into the ground, and you're in a pit.
dex saving.
Ooh, nice. 18. I've got to have passed, right?
Yes.
Ooh.
16.
12.
That's a 13.
Okay.
Did we all pass?
I believe you all did, yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna
We
keep
should
your
just keep
footing
going
and you
along.
fall into the pit.
Okay, I'm gonna crawl up the side of the pit to the flat ground and lean down to give other people a hand up.
All right, cool. Well, you are tall enough to be able to. So you jump up. Give me an acrobatics or athletics, your choice. So to jump up the side.
Oh, 21 for an athletics.
All right, cool. Yep, easy. So you jump up and you're like hanging halfway. You're able to catapult people up if you want to. So everyone can have advantage who is climbing up. Tally Hose grabs on and quickly guns up and goes, all right, I'm going to take this quick run. And he runs along and gets to the end of this area before there's a pit beneath him. Of course, as he passes beneath the flying monkey hurls a brick down at him from on high.
Oh, you little
Smashes on the ground below him.
punks.
Better than poo.
All right, so Croth, are you going to climb up with the 8? You get advantage?
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
All right, easy. And you get to climb up without compromising only 10 feet of your movement, and then you easily make it to the same point.
I'm going to have my mace ready, so if any of those monkeys come near me, I'm going to hit them like I'm swinging at a baseball.
Awesome. Grimace? Grimace?
If I can, I will also climb out, yes?
Did you, yep. You passed your roll?
Oh, what was passing, sorry?
And acrobatics or athletics, your choice. But you get advantage because you are being helped by Shanks.
I'll go acrobatics then, which gives us a 13.
All right, awesome. You
Hut.
climb up and rush along, and then Shanks, you catch up, and you all come to the same point at the end here, and doesn't look like the flying monkeys. They're all starting to sort of zero in on your location, and then all of a sudden, everything changes, and the platform rises 10 feet into the air. So I'm going to say that Goran and
Cross?
Goran. Sorry, Goran.
Yeah, Goran.
Croth and Grimace can both make an acrobatics roll to just step off the flat platform as it passes by.
That's a
We're not
11.
doing... That's a 9 for me.
Okay, cool. So Tally Ho does. Tally Ho steps off onto the platform and then just makes a run for it as far as they possibly can along the corridor, along the path, and gets to just another, and then tries to climb up the one directly in front of him, rolls a natural 20, and just runs up the wall, like grabbing
Hang on.
top, hauling himself up there, and turns
If he
around.
wins, do we lose, or we get the contract signed?
Turns around to face you and says, "Ha ha! So long, suckers! Looks like our winner is me!"
Ah, damn it! We
And
didn't
then
get him to sign.
keeps on running
Okay.
as far as he possibly can, diagonally across down this way, getting a significant lead on you guys. But I need all of you who are trapped on the platform to make dexterity rolls as you're suddenly catapulted into the air.
That was a 1.
Sorry, a dexterity saving throw, you said?
That's a
Yeah.
1 for me too.
Oh, really?
14.
Can we high five in the air as we are catapulted to our inconvenience?
All right. So as you all go up in the air, you fly up and you rise up into the air, and not too far, only 10 feet up off the current location, but you're all catapulted in random directions. So I'd like you all to make a D4 roll for me, please.
Including me? I passed, didn't I? On a 14?
Yeah, you managed to hold
1.
and stay steady.
2.
All right, awesome. So, who rolled the 1? Sorry.
Me.
All right,
Croth.
Goran, as you Croth, as you're catapulted into the air, you fly towards the crowd. You see their bloodthirsty eyes looking to grab you. As you're flying through the air, they grab you and they haul you in this sea of hands, grabbing you and pounding and beating upon you. And they do 13 points of damage to you, and then they throw you back into the arena. Yeah, decent.
Zorg would like to do something.
Yes, what would you?
Zorg's really mad. Zorg is so angry. Zorg wants to cast Fireball at Tally-Ho.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So, Talio didn't even see it coming.
Yay!
He's on this elevated platform on the far end here, and he's like turned around and says, ah, 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 and then turns back to keep on running, and then. So I'd like you to roll damage while we resolve what's happening to everyone else. Garan, what'd you roll on the d6? Sorry. Cross?
I've done my 1. I think you already threw me into the crowd.
Yeah, but then you come back, the crowd throws you back into the arena. I was just going to say,
Okay.
they throw you in and you land hard on the bricks. You take a additional 2 points of damage as you scrape your chin upon the ground. And then for the original D4 roll, what did you roll, Shanks?
I got 2.
Awesome. You are also hurled onto the ground right where, and you take 6 points of damage as you come chin first, right? It's 2d6, 9 points of damage as you come skull first into the rocks. And please roll it. Would you roll in D4, Grimace?
4.
All right. 2, 3, 4. You're hurled to the side and you fall into a pit from a very, you go 10 feet up in the air and then you go 30 feet down. You take 13 points of damage as you slam hard into the ground. But as you pick yourself up off the ground, and then you look up and you see there's a flying monkey above you who looks down and throws a brick. It just misses you and it explodes on the ground next to your head, shattering into small bunts of rubble. But you look to the north at the bottom of this chamber where you lie, and nobody else can see it because it's at the bottom of the chamber. But you look through and you see there's this large hole next to you, and it's an aperture that seems to lead into a hot place. A blast of hot air comes through the hole to your north, and it's the smell of furnaces and sweat. The cranking of gears can be heard beyond this access hatch by the looks of it.
I mean, it's been a day of going into holes to me, and it's worked out well so far. So I say let's do it to it. I'm gonna fling myself carelessly into the hole.
Are you going to say anything before you do so?
I'm gonna call out to the rest of the dank lads, the danky boys, that I am going into a hole. Rip. And yeah, that's all we got.
All right, cool. So you've cast the fireball up here, but you've still got a movement action, Zorg. How much damage did you roll for the fireball? Sorry.
39.
not even seeing it coming over here. This poor guy becomes incinerated. It starts irradiating. You smell of burnt bugbear fur. Comes up. He's like, Is he charred? You see his charred carcass fall to the ground. You're not sure if he's alive or dead, but he's not moving much anymore. As all that's left of him is the blackened, charred body of what you once might have called a bugbear.
Hannah, do it again.
Never meet your heroes, kids.
I'm gonna ring my little ting bell just to channel that energy.
With my movement, am I allowed to hop down from the platform and try and make my way to where I saw Grimace?
So give me an athletics or acrobatics roll to try and climb down that distance.
Sure thing. Athletics or acrobatics? Let's have a checkie on those things. Athletics or acrobatics? Okay, let's go acrobatics because I got a +1 on that. And that's 17.
All right, yeah, easy. You jump down without much of an issue, and you find yourself at the bottom, and you can see through the path, and you jump down just in time to be able to go through at the same time as Grimace. All right, what are you doing? So you guys are prone. Well, you guys hit the floor hard, so you're both kind of prone at the moment. You can lose half your movement, which means you can't carefully climb down the wall, but you could just drop down into the hole if you wanted to from your position.
I'd like to
like a roll.
drop down.
Yeah.
Like a roll off to the side. And I'm going to let Shank go first and land on Shank.
That's the usual. That's the play.
Shanks, give me an athletics acrobatics.
Shanks lands and spreads pretty heavily. That's a 7.
And my acrobatics is a 9.
Take another 6 points of damage as you sprain your ankle.
Oh.
On my ankle.
Athlete sprains ankle.
And then please can you can Cross make an athletics acrobatics roll as you land on the cushiony surface that is Shanks.
Yeah, that's 9. I rolled a 9.
All right, awesome.
I'm
so,
not so
you don't
lost.
take any damage, Croth, but as you land on Shanks, you take another 2 points of damage as Croth lands on top of you, compounding your injury and expelling the air from your lungs and maybe a rib.
I'm going to cast a healing word on you to make you feel a lot better to get through this final push.
That's step 2 of our 1-2 play.
Yeah.
All right, so, and I'm going to say that you guys take a dash action every whirl so that you can make it through the hole with everyone else in time. Correct?
Yes,
All right,
please.
So the whole map is about to change
casting things.
yet again.
Let's not get cut in half.
So as it does,
That's our motto, the Dankmire Creed.
Let's not get cut in half.
Woo!
Because you see that the platform that you are on raises up a full 10 feet, so 20 feet from your current location up in the air. But unlike the rest of the map, you guys, boom, find yourself in a chamber. Sound of giant gears creaking around you. In fact, land on top of one of those gears, and you're starting to slow around towards one of the other gears. You're about to get churned up into the mechanism. You see a set of furnaces and little goblin workers running around. It appears to be beneath you, and these great pulleys and pistons are pushing up, making the whole of the Brick City map move up and down. You see there's a big, here in the distance, a big sigh of disappointment from the crowd. You're like, where are they gone? They've made it in there. They're gone and never gonna come back, say the announcers. But you're now down here.
Okay, jump onto the next gear.
Oh, I could jump on the back of a goblin worker and ride them to the end.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
good
I'd
strong
like to-
backs, these ones.
I'd like to jump down to the ground because the goblin workers are obviously safe down there. So I want to be safe too.
All right. You jump down. From this point, you can see that you can't see much. You don't know what's where. You don't know what else is in here because the gears just go on, and all you can see is the fires from the blast furnaces. There is a goblin worker right next to you as you jump off the gear. Need you all to make dex rolls to get out of the way of that other spinning mechanism. Dexterity saving throws.
Oh, nice. That's a 19.
4.
All right.
That's a 22.
Okay. So as you guys all jump down, you realize you are missing one person, and you look back and you hear the screaming sounds of Garin. Garin, you take 20 points of damage as these Alright, because you cross, you take 20 points of damage as these grinding gears cast you in, and your legs and arms start to crunch and become maimed as they roll through. You get this ring of fine bones and stress fractures. But if you're still awake and still up, then you're going through it. You do get wound through the mechanism, and you find yourself on this side, being dumped on the ground, and two goblins look over like, what's that?
I cast some cure wounds on myself.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Grimace, what are you doing?
Am I getting hostile vibes from the goblin closest to us, or is he
You
merely
see them reaching
confused?
over for a shovel.
Push him in the furnace.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna shove him in the furnace.
Are you going to make a help action to do that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. So you guys can roll with advantage.
Look over there.
Strength roll against this goblin.
You've hope. That is a 17.
Nice.
All right. Boom. The goblin incinerates immediately, turning into, like, they grab the shovel, they're going to try and hit you, but as they go down, they fall in, and the smell of burning flesh now erupts.
Look, honestly, I thought that they were grabbing the shovel to put more coal in the furnace, like their job is told them to do. Like maybe this man was just trying to make a
Could be,
dollar.
but I just can't take any chances.
Zorg, you're too pure for this world. Let's go. It's a race.
All right. So which way is the group of you heading?
To the east.
There's a bunch of gears. There's all these gears ahead of you.
Can we duck under them?
Are we able to climb?
So your choice is
Can we go over
try and
or under
fall
them in any way?
or try and jump above them from gear to gear.
I'm gonna have to jump from gear to gear
I feel
because
like
I'm not very short.
Yeah.
I'm a little scramble, man. I'm a little scramble
Is there enough
under.
room? Yeah. Is there enough room to belly roll under?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm gonna have everyone can make athletics tests as you try and crawl under these gears, and you move your way through, and also Shanks as you jump from gear to gear.
Well, as I attempt to jump from gear to gear and get 3 total, and take the painful way through.
You in fact do. You take 15 points of damage as you get ground through, and you land on this gear, so you actually get dumped out right where Croth was. But Croth, you actually give me a chance. Roll a d6 for me.
Okay, as I am starting to go into the gears, I'm going to activate my relentless endurance and get resistance on everything.
Okay, cool. So
I got a 5.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get ground onto this gear, and now you're wound around to this point.
Cool, so resistance is half damage, right?
That's correct.
Awesome. I'm
So Croft,
quite
you
happy.
cast your healing spell, but you see that these two goblins that are right next to you are like, oh, what the heck? And they immediately turn around, grabbing shovels. You'll never make it through our suburb, they say. And they grab shovels and move to attack you. How do we go with the dexterity, athletics, acrobatic rolls for Grimace and Zorg?
15.
Not great. 11 for me. Is this a situation where I could potentially use my Tinker's tools to try and do a little jammy jam?
Well, you look around. All right, give me an intelligence roll as you sort of just survey this whole environment. Because you got Tinker's tools. You know how machines and mechanics and stuff like that work.
I know how machines works. So let's see, what is that? That's a 13. We're trying to think quick, but goblin brain.
Goblins are trap makers. Well, inherent trap makers from way back. They've been trap makers all through the years. And you look around and you're like, hold on a second. There's all kinds of loose parts lying around the place. If I jammed one of these gears, it'd probably put a spanner in the works, so to speak, and it might disjoint all of the gears in this whole level. Mind you, then again, you notice that there are around the room various bags of coal stacked up next to the furnaces. And there's a very measured amount of coal that's being put into all these blast furnaces. A lot of power being used to make these pistons go up and down. And you realize if you shoved a whole sack of coal in one of those things, that might overload the boiler and blow this whole level sky high.
And us included, because we're here.
We're in this level.
Yeah.
We're in the level though. Right?
Uh-huh. I mean, you didn't roll that high an intelligence check. But yes, that is potentially the case, and you may know that. But regardless, at this point, you hear the sound of, you're thinking about all these things, and then you get caught up in the gears, and you take 13 points of damage as you get slung around. Give me a d6 roll, please. Yes, please.
Me? Because that was Zorg.
Oh, Zorg, you
What?
hit me.
I take.
Zorg has not done anything.
No.
Yeah, Zorg is fine. Sorry, you were just moving Zorg, and I was confused.
Oh, yeah.
I'm great.
Oh.
1d6.
Ah!
That's more like it. Yeah. As I scream. Just 1 point though.
Well, you took 13 points of damage. One was the direction that it unloaded you, which was onto this gear, which rolls you around, and onto this gear, and dumps you unceremoniously into the corner. You do take another 8 points of damage as you get ground through all of that. And
Dang.
Zorg, you managed to make it out into this safe space. And meanwhile...
Yeah. I'm going to cast...
Groth, yep, see...
I would like to cast Charm Person, and because I'm now I can charm both of them to become my disciples of Ting.
Oh.
You are lucky I have arrived. It is time for our worship.
All right, they both look at each other and look at you, shrug their shoulders, and then swing their shovels at you. Unfortunately, they may have rolled like a natural 20 and a 17 to resist your charms, but they only roll a 1 and a 2 to hit you. So they miss, and you guys hear the clang of shovels around this blast furnace as Goran...
Must be while I was prone, ready for prayer, they skipped my head.
All right, so Zorg, what are you doing? You've just been deposited you've just crawled through here and you've come out the other side. You're in this relatively safe space at the moment.
Zorg wants to shove her crowbar in something or hammer something and make the gear stop. Is she able to?
All right, so
brain this?
you find that you look around and you see that there are large bars. There are bits of wood here and there. You can pick something, but I need you to make a Tinker's Tools test. That's an intelligence test, and if you have Tinker's Tools, you can make that with your proficiency bonus of +2, and if you don't, you have to make that roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
As you try and figure out this mechanism.
Alrighty, cool. I got 7. Ah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you grab a log and you shove it in there, and it splinters to pieces and falls apart as it gets ground up in the gears, causing no effect as far as you can tell. All right, so Grimace, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and do the same thing, but this time with advantage. That's a +2 for Tinker's Tools, right?
So you get +2 for Tinker's Tools and +2
gonna
for
grant
intelligence bonus.
Sorry, +2 for Tinker's Tools and +2 for intelligence bonus.
Well, you get your intelligence bonus to the roll, if you have an intelligence bonus.
Yeah, sorry, just my audio is dropping out. I'm just gonna roll and let you know what I've got.
Awesome.
That is a 9 plus that's 11.
And +2 for the Tinker's Tools?
And +2? Alright, cool, yeah, that's 13.
All right. You jam it in, you get a big piece, you shove it in there, it gets stuck and starts pushing against. It looks like you're going to need a little something more, but it's starting. You're about halfway through. A little bit more, and all these cogs are going to break down. All right, so Shanks.
Shanks, I can hear the sound of shovels, and that typically means that my friend is in trouble. So I'm going to run over the gear to render some assistance over there, and basically come on in and just try and flying kick one of them into a furnace.
All
I
right.
love it.
Give me an attack roll, please.
Cool, and I'm gonna spend a key point for a flurry of blows, so I'm gonna do it twice.
All right, cool. Let's do
All
the
right.
second one.
One of them is a 26, one of them is an 18
Damn.
for the hit.
Okay, so give me a contested strength roll on both of those, please.
Okay. Well, not as good. One of them's an 11, one of them's an 8.
Okay, cool. So the first one, the guy, this one kick comes in, and he's just like, woo, goes out of the way, and you're flying straight over him with that flying into the furnace yourself. But then you do a quick double take and grab the hands, and you sort of like pull him in, and he's half in the furnace, but unfortunately you're also both half in the furnace, so you take 7 points of damage as your feet get fried. But his head, the top half of his body goes in, and you hear his eyeballs bubbling out in his ears, and skin starting to slough from his crackling, starts to smell of burnt goblin.
Oh, God damn it, that smells delicious.
It's a terrible, terrible, terrible aroma for many people who don't regularly eat goblin. But maybe it is delicious. If you like it, that's your taste.
It's been a long day.
All right. There's still one other one there who sees you. And Garin, what are you doing?
Oh,
Sorry,
I'm going
go
to
on.
hit it with my mace now. Clearly, I didn't charm it well enough, so I'm going to hit him with my mace.
Please be my friend. Here, the body of Tang.
Yeah. And that is a 15.
Okay, the great sound of ting rings out through the chamber as your mace makes contact with his head, smashing through his helmet. You do normal damage.
With normal damage on my level 5 is D6 plus. That's a 1 that I've just rolled.
All right, plus his strength. He's like rubbing at his head with one of his hands, still holding the shovel with the other. He's just seen his friend go into the fire, though, and he looks around. He's caught between the two of you, passes an intelligence test, and tries to jump away through the cogs. You can both make attacks of opportunity if you want to.
Yeah, why not?
Totally, this guy's a douche. 22.
15.
All right,
So-
as he runs away, you guys, you pull yourself out of the furnace, and you pull your legs out, swing down, and you do a kick. You both hit him. And
6 points of damage. Hopefully
And that's-
just enough.
3 points for me.
Smash. They both go into him. He falls and stumbles as he's trying to jump onto the gears, and the gears take him and just rend him to pieces as he's torn and siphoned through this bits of goblin being flung all throughout the mechanisms.
Excellent.
And you guys are now sitting at the furnace. And there's no pressing threat. So you can hear the cries of Zorg and Grimace on the far side of the room saying, "Look, get that brick, throw this thing in there. We've got to dismantle this stuff."
Ooh. Maybe throw one of the shovels into the gear.
I don't have access to a shovel. But Zorg would
Yeah,
like
big
to
fan
just
of the shovel in the works.
Yeah. Bigger than a spanner.
All right, so what we'll do is you've got a choice. Either one person can make a roll with advantage to try and jam up these gears, and obviously you got a headway on it already, or you can all make a roll, and we'll take a group roll to try and jam up these gears, an average. And it is intelligence. So you get your intelligence bonus. If you have Tinker's Tools, you get +2 to it.
It's not my
Maybe,
strongest suit.
I got a plus
No,
one.
maybe the Grimace should do it.
I think Grimace should.
Advantage. You've got the Tinker's
So
Tools.
Grimace coordinates the effort. And you
Mhm.
all get Grimace, you get +5 to your roll, and you get to make a roll with advantage because they're helping you.
Yeah. Tinker's Tools, I think.
Alright.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
General goblins. Let's teamwork makes the dream work. Come on. That's a 19, baby.
Yay!
Yes.
All right, so you all push and shove and work together and jam one large log, and then on the other side, Shanks puts a big log on their side with a piece here and a piece there, and then suddenly crank, the gears start levering off each other and shrinking up, and then all the pressure built up from these gears clanging against each other now pushes away, and suddenly there's a huge explosion as they all shatter to pieces. Everyone needs to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As
Damn
all
it.
the gears start
It was a
clapping.
nice idea, in theory.
bits of the floor above that they're propelling start falling in.
Oh, the immediate consequences of our actions. That's a 6.
Well. That's a 17 for me. Sorry, guys.
All right, so 15 points of damage, please. Shanks. Croth, what did you roll? Sorry, I've lost your mic, Croth.
Sorry, it's an 11.
All right, you take 11 points of damage, ironically. Zork, what did you?
11.
All right, you take only 7 points of damage as a bit of a piece of broken gear just flies through the air and lacerates your chest.
Oh.
But they all tremble and crumble and fall to the ground, and it appears that many of the other goblin workers get caught in this falling debris.
Suckers.
And all of the cogs stop spinning, making it easier for you all to make your way across the rubble.
As I'm making my way through the room, I'm going to flip over the chart that says how many days it's been since they've had an industrial accident and keep running.
I cast last healing word.
All right.
So feel a bit better.
OHS is going to have my ass.
Zorg wants to run. Zorg wants to run as fast as they can.
The various goblins that are still alive are just like injured and demoralized by this. They make no further attempts to stop you as you make your way running through the chambers and making your way over the broken gears here and there as you eventually pass through towards the end of the cavity, the cavern beneath the surface there. And you see at the end, beyond one last gear, a set of stairs that lead up. And
Go!
to
Run!
the end, as you finally cross the line. The crowds cheer and roar. The MCs greet you with exuberance. It appears that the final team, the great team from Dankmeyer, have finally come in after 15 years of underdogging and maiming and cursing and destroying. They run across, and you come through, and the great statues and the ziggurat of print towers gleaming across, the Imperial Guards lining the sides of the walls. And it all leads up to a great amphitheater where the great Zoth themselves sit at the throne, flanked by Imperial Guards, and they look down upon you. And there appears to be an old gnoll wearing a blanket, looking down at you on high. Oh, welcome! All dressed up, they're wearing the iron crown, signifying their station, and great goblins come out to you, carrying bales of food, healing fungus. You're all loaded onto palanquins as the crowd screams and roars. Truly, this day, you have risen to victory. But for how long? Because this is just 1 year, and one event. You may have seized glory for Dankmeyer at the 2020th annual Fun Run, but will you be able to hold your title and push forward with a new team of young fun runners to secure the title again in the 2020th Zaranthurul Fun Run? That's right, audience members. We're going to be finding out what this is all about at the end of this year. In 2021, the Fun Run's going to happen again. If you want to get involved in this, sign up, stay abreast of all of the Tabletop Dynasties announcements, all of the Arcanicon announcements. We're going to be back at the table. We're going to be playing this again, and a whole new set of traps and a whole new set of mechanisms for you to try and get through. What will happen this time? Will you, the audience, survive to live and seize glory for yourselves like these fine contestants? We have been Tabletop Dynasties. I'd love to thank our players. I'd like to thank Tequila Marie, Ingrid, Paul. Love to thank Arcanicon, great MC, Arcan Forge, who have brought this through. If you are interested in the world of Goblins of Zarth, go to the Quest Suppliers website and check out the Goblins of Zarth module. It's available to play. It's 24 hours of gameplay that you can jump into with your friends. Level low to go, 1 to 5, and there's enough universe information for you to expand even further in your normal gameplay. We've had a blast. We'd like to thank everyone once more, and we look forward to seeing you at the tabletop. I'll hand you over once more back to Mick.
Thank you so much, and thanks, guys. I would do far more marathons if I could chug a tankard on the way and then yeet it at my opponent's head. That's how I would be convinced to join a marathon. That was awesome. Thanks so much, guys. It was excellent. And that is, my friends, unfortunately, the end of Arc Online for 2021. We've had an exciting weekend full of lots of things. I hope you've done, engaged in some games or some workshops. We do just have a couple of things to wrap up before we officially sign off. We want to do a big shout out, a big thank you to our sponsor for the weekend, to Arkenforge, whose software you've just seen in the fabulous Zaranthurul funrun. And also you saw last night in our live play with Ben's live play as well. We want to do a big shout out to our tech support, to Dante, who I'm sure is here. Yes. Again, insert canned arduous applause here. Thank you so much. We know all the work that goes there, and Arconicon and everyone involved is very grateful and thankful for all of your amazing work. To all the people that ran games this weekend, all our game masters that were involved with running games, thank you. That is excellent and always amazing. Thank you to our panelists, to our workshop hosts, to our cosplay entrants yesterday for our first cosplay competition. Well done. You guys are all superstars. And of course, thanks to everyone that tuned in. You friends, hello. Thank you so much for making what is, not to be, again, that person, an unprecedented convention, making it something exciting and awesome. It's been great to see the chat going live over the weekend and seeing that community spirit still going strong, even if we are in pixelated form. Like Herbert said, please keep an eye out on the Arconicon socials. We have lots of exciting things coming up. Our website has some events, including we have our first event that will come early next year, will be Dungeons & Distancing 2. Which is what we got the prequel to last night. But there are lots of excellent events coming up throughout the year. So please be sure, if you don't already, check the website. You're now in the Discord, hopefully. So hello. Check Twitter, all our socials to keep up to date. I've been your MC for the weekend. Thank you so much. It's been amazing, if not quite warm. But thank you so much, team. It's been an excellent weekend. We wish you all the best, and may you keep gaming on hard. Thanks, team.